Good day, I'm Brabida, and today I want to talk about finding our purpose. It could be that you feel lost at this moment. The world is changing fast. Jobs vanish, machines replace people, and AI is taking over tasks we thought were safe. Maybe your dream collapsed. Maybe you studied one thing, but life took you another way. Or maybe you're in a job that feeds you, but not your soul. And so we ask, who am I now? What is my true path? I want to share with you something timeless. 8 purpose roles. Not job titles. Not careers. Roles of being. These are deeper than money. Deeper than positions. They are the truth that stays when everything else falls away. Your role is not what you do, it is who you are. Today, we will walk through all 8, and maybe, just maybe, you will recognize yourself. First, the artist. The artist is the vessel for imagination. They take what is invisible and make it visible. They give shape to beauty, pain, and hope. The artist is not just a painter or musician. They are the storyteller, the comedian, the one who brings colors to life in a gray world. In the township, you see it in the mural painter, the rapper with a mic, or the storyteller at the fire or at the corner shop. In family, it is that child who sings at supper or at family functions, or sketches on the wall when they should be doing homework. The one who just wants to be on TV. At work, it is that colleague who designs, writes, or brings that creative spark. They just can't submit a project without color. The artist reminds us, life is not survival. Life must be expressed. Here's a question for you. Do you feel most alive when you create something from nothing? The builder is the one who takes loose stones and makes them into a wall. They create structure, systems, and legacy. Builders don't only dream, they manifest. Where others see chaos, they see steps. In the township, it is that neighbor who organizes everyone to clean the street or fix a broken tap, or someone who cleans the veld to create a community park. In the families, it could be that uncle or mother who adds a room brick by brick, even with very little. A teenager who creates an app or builds a digital world. At work, it could be that colleague who takes a messy idea and turns it into a clear plan. They grind until the work is done. The builder reminds us, dreams need foundations, ideas need hands. Do you feel purpose when you solve problems and create order? The connector. The connector is the bridge. They are not satisfied keeping knowledge or contacts for themselves. They weave people together. They don't always lead from the front, but without them, nobody meets. In the township, it is the woman who knows the mechanic, the healer, the baker, and the DJ. They know and are very comfortable with everyone. In families, it is that aunt who calls the meetings and keeps everyone together, or that father who calls for unity in the family. At work, it would be that colleague who introduces you to someone who changes your path, or motivates you to do the best while supporting you. The connector reminds us, life is not meant to be walked alone. Do you feel yourself naturally linking people and opportunities? The cultivator. The cultivator works with life itself, with soil, with food, with plants. They sustain us by honoring the land. The cultivator understands seasons, patience, cycles. Where the builder works with bricks, the cultivator works with roots. In a township, he will be the one keeping a food garden, or teaching kids to plant spinach, or growing cannabis for healing. In families, it's that parent insisting the family eat from the garden, not just from the shop. The uncle who removed the lawn and planted fruit trees. At work, it would be that the resilient colleague or friend who nurtures projects, land, or people until they grow strong. The cultivator reminds us, without land and food, there is no future. Do you feel called to grow, to sustain, to keep life alive? The healer. Healers restore balance. They notice wounds where others see nothing. They may use herbs, touch, words, or simply presence to heal. They don't erase pain, but they bring harmony. In a township, it could be a lady making plant remedies when someone is sick, or just someone who comes to cry with you in difficult times. In the family, it could be the child who notices stress and comforts others quietly. They give hugs and kisses where they see pain. At work, it could be that colleague who listens and calms tensions in the group. They try to make everyone be seen and heard. A healer reminds us, healing is not fixing bodies, it is restoring balance. The question for you is, do others turn to you when they're hurting? The protector or the warrior. The protector or the warrior is the one who stands guard. They defend truth, protect the weak, and hold justice. Sometimes they are strict, sometimes unpopular, but they are the backbone of trust. In a township, it is that elder who stands up when outsiders try to disrespect the community. They don't take any nonsense from anyone. In the family, it could be that sibling who defends younger ones from bullies, the aunt who protects all the children. At work, it could be the one who refuses to stay silent when the rules are broken, or the one who stands up against unfair labor practices. They stand for truth, even at a cost to their career prospects. The protector reminds us, without courage, the community is not safe. Do you feel responsible for shielding others, even at a cost to yourself? The dreamer. The dreamer, or mystic, see what others cannot see. They live in tomorrow, in visions, in symbols. They are sometimes mocked in the community, but they carry the seed of what could be. In the township, it could be the young one who speaks about freedom, land, or invention. They could speak about the health benefits of cultivating cannabis at home. In the family, it could be that parent who imagines a better life for the children. They might adopt modern tools like AI to teach children, At work, it could be that visionary who describes a future others cannot yet touch. They might speak about economic future of cannabis and hemp. The dreamer reminds us, every world begins in someone's imagination. Here is a question for you. Are you guided by dreams, visions, or symbols others just don't understand? The teacher. Teachers light the way with knowledge. A teacher doesn't need a degree. There might be a grandmother, a soccer coach, or a friend who explains with patience. They exist wherever wisdom is shared. In the township, there could be someone teaching soccer or music to the young ones. Or they could be found fixing things for themselves and the community. In the families, it could be the grandmother dropping proverbs like jewels, reminding us of our ancestors. Or maybe the uncle who's teaching us about the history of our land. At work, they could be the ones explaining systems to us, even if they are unpaid to do so. Teachers share knowledge and remind us that wisdom not shared is wisdom wasted. Do you feel alive when you explain and guide others? These 8 roles are not jobs. They are who you are when everything else falls away. You may live more than one purpose, but one will always call louder. Think, which one is mine? Which role keeps finding me even when I resist it? Drop it in the comments and share your truth. And subscribe, because we are building a community of builders, cultivators, connectors, protectors, teachers, healers, artists, and dreamers. Together, we will grow in truth, in light, and in presence. Teng, let's grow. When we grow, we grow.